Welcome, everyone. My name's Vanessa. I am the Nurse Ness, the patching Nurse Ness. It's lovely and warm here today in Melbourne. I don't know where everyone is, but I think a lot of us are from Victoria here, and one in South Australia. Um, which is really good. I need some heat because we're in summer now, aren't we? Anyway, welcome. Today we're going to talk about an amazing little wellness technology. It's a biohacking, amazing, oh, geez, what do I call it? Let's call it a patch because that's what it is. This is what it looks like. So it's actually made up of a lattice of salts and crystals that are embedded here in the patch. And they're put in a certain lattice formation that when we put this patch on our body, we have an infrared light that shows up like thermal imaging. So the heat of our body, the light of our body goes into the patch, it reflects back into us, and it actually tells our body to make copper peptides, which is freaking amazing. So the best way to explain what it's doing, photobiomodulation, is the same thing as the sun. When the sun hits our skin, it then tells our body to make vitamin D. So it's the same sort of situation that founder and CEO David, oh my gosh, I've just done a blank. It'll come to me. He's just channeled it and created it, and it's amazing. So you just look at this patch and think, how can this little patch do anything? But it does. So I'm into all natural medicines. I used to be a nurse, and I'm always looking for new things to try that I don't have to ingest and that I know is going to work for me and it's going to be natural and it's going to help my family and myself. When I first started, I had Colin and Carolina. They did a post on Facebook and talked about his back problems and things like that. And I'm just going to mute everyone there. And he talked about, he didn't actually say what it was. He just said, I'm on this amazing product and all my pain has gone. And I went, wow, this is going to be great. As a nurse, I've had back pain for centuries. And yeah, I really wanted something that could help. So I did a whole heap of research. I researched everything, and I looked at it, and I thought, well, I might as well just give it a go. And hey, presto, here we are today. So that's just a little bit about me. But I'm going to start the session off with a vid. So hold your horses, and we'll just get this on. Screen.
In a world searching for answers, one discovery is changing everything. A patch, no bigger than a quarter, built not to treat symptoms, but to wake up the healer inside you. This is X39, a wearable, light-activated patch. Designed by David Schmidt, an inventor with over 200 patents. His mission? To reverse aging naturally. This isn't science fiction. It's stem cell activation without injections, without pills. Your body repairing itself. The results? Life-changing energy, recovery, sleep, relief. And the medical world, it's taking notice. Still skeptical? Visit thisisatinfo.com. You'll find the studies, the patents, the proof. It's all there. But there's more. This tiny patch isn't just transforming lives, it's creating freedom. Because behind it is a business model built for the bold. Real people, real results. Income that scales with impact. And here's why. Because this breakthrough technology is patented and exclusive, it offers a lucrative business plan that allows you to compound your efforts. More people than ever are struggling in today's economy. You can no longer rely on your own sweat equity alone to make a living. This business model allows you to duplicate yourself and, even better, to benefit from other people's efforts. So your income no longer depends solely on you. By duplicating yourself over and over, the income potential is far greater than a conventional job, career, or profession. And you're never alone. The This Is It system gives you the tools, the path, the team. All you have to do is start. The question is no longer if it works, it's whether you'll act or let this moment pass. Will you keep waiting or finally feel your body come alive again? Will you stay financially stuck or build something that lasts? Isn't it time to start living life on your own terms? The This Is It action plan will set you on a path to live out the dreams you have for your family. Get back with the person who shared this video so you can experience the age-reversing health and the exciting lifestyle that thousands are already enjoying. This is the technology, this is the team, and this is your moment. This is it.
This is it. So yeah, there's a whole heap of videos that the company do to show the actual product. They've just done an amazing one with William Shatner. So good. I feel like showing that one at the start because it's hilarious. Anyway, the most important thing that I forgot to mention is when the body makes this certain copper peptide, it then activates our stem cells. So this is the beauty of this little patch. Systemically, stem cells start to be created and go to the weakest links in our body and start to repair, which is amazing. So I'm just going to start our slides here. There we go. And we ask everyone, have you been patched yet? These patches are there to elevate, activate, and regenerate. David Schmidt, can't believe I forgot his surname. He's the CEO and inventor of X39. That's what the patch is called. He's got over 200 patents. He's a scientist and an inventor. He specializes in age reversing. And in 2008, he started to focus his attention on stem cell research. And this recent patent, the X39 patch, took 10 years and 4.5 million to bring to market. So when he first started, he was working for a company who was asked by the government to make something for the Navy SEALs to help them with the times that they're awake, 24, 48 hours. And because they were on amphetamines, coffee, that sort of thing. So he didn't want any drug or any caffeine. And he actually invented a patch called the Energy Enhancer. And I'm just seeing if we've got one over here. This is what it looks like. Good old Energy Enhancer. It's a 2-patch system. And this actually helped the Navy SEALs stay awake and gave them energy for those times when they had to be awake. For that. After 9/11, he then focused on trying to get this out to the public, and he used it with the US swim team. So the women's Olympic swim team from Stanford, 6 out of 8 swimmers broke their own personal best record within 3 weeks of wearing the patch. And that was the Energy Enhancer patch. Then he's got a whole heap of other patches, but the X39 came out about 5 years ago. And this is just showing that everything's patented. It needs to be patented to show that it works. So it just says here that it showed that there was a result of elevating copper peptide, including activation of stem cells, improvements in energy, elevation of antioxidants, reduction in inflammation, management of pain, improvements of stamina, elevation of collagen production, and improved wound healing, all from one tiny little patch. It's pretty amazing. And there were 70 patents just for the X39. And this patent, normally they last for 20 years. So I think we've got about 14 years left with the patent for this one. What are stem cells? They're cells that have the potential to develop into many different types of cells in the body. So they serve as a repair system for the body. When you're a baby, you'll find there's hundreds and thousands of stem cells going through this stem cord. That's why they actually collect stem cord blood, and they use it for various things. And as we grow older, our stem cells become a bit more dormant, and I'll go into that. And here's just a picture showing the stem cells becoming different cells. So it could be bone cells, lung cells, blood cells, kidney cells. And that, again, is why I love the patch, because it's completely systemic. If you were to go overseas or wherever and get injections of stem cells, I don't know who you'd be getting, what the stem cells have come from. So they don't normally use your own. So there can be infection because it's come from outside. It's a foreign body. And they're usually injected into certain parts of the body, elbows, knees, and so forth. And they're extremely expensive. I've had one person go over to Mexico and spend 45 grand. And he's told me that it takes up to 6 months to see if they start working. And I've had a cousin who's gone over to Saudi and had stem cells put into her back, and that's that it would have cost her thousands. So I love that this is affordable and we can just pop a patch on our neck. So why do we need this stem cell activation? So the fewer stem cells you have, the faster you age and the slower you heal. At age 30, only half your stem cells are active. So this shows us when our sports people, they usually retire around the age of 30 because they're not healing quickly, and we're aging, so their recovery is much, much slower. And at age 60, you lose almost all your stem cell activity. They say there's about 10% of your stem cells working for you. And yeah, we can see that with our elderly. They take much longer to recover from things. How does it work? It's a proprietary form of phototherapy. It's patented nanocrystal technology. It reflects the light to activate. It's non-transdermal, meaning nothing is going into your body. No drugs, chemicals, or stimulants, completely non-invasive. And here's just a little picture of the thermal imaging I was talking about. So you can see the colours that are come up in the imaging, and that shows us that infrared light coming off our body. So it says our bodies emit infrared light that can be seen. I won't read it. So yeah, X39 has a specific pattern, signals your body to produce younger and healthier cells. Now, the peptide that it produces is called GHK-Cu. So this is a copper peptide. Cu is copper. The GHK stands for glycine, histidine, and lysine. So we need to have these amino acids in our body, and we need to have the copper in our body in order to make that peptide. And these are the peptides that go around our body doing amazing things. And here's just some foods to note that can help with increasing your copper. I use a copper bracelet, and I also drink from a copper cup as well. So there's a few other ways. You can have a copper supplement as well, but you can usually get enough through your diet. The GHK-Cu was isolated in 1973 by Dr. Lauren Pickart, and he showed that there was rapid wound healing. It resetted your genes to younger states, collagen repair, and converting older cells to younger cells. So it was reversing the age. And here's a huge list of just some of the things that copper peptides do, from smoothing out your skin, because we're growing collagen internally and it smooths out our skin from the internal. Hair growth, hair color is not in there, thickness, lung tissue repair, anxiety and aggression, it reduces, it helps with your recovery time, healthy stress response, neurological health, cardiovascular, you name it, it's there. And the benefits of the actual patch is it's going to help with increased strength. It reduces your inflammation. It increases your stamina. I was running around like a crazy when I started wearing it. I was looking after a little girl in a wheelchair, and I had my, my issues with my hip and my back, and I was just running around with her in the wheelchair. It was just hilarious, thinking, what is going on? Energy and vitality, mental clarity, helps with that brain fog. You'll notice that it goes pretty quickly. Restored muscle and skeletal condition, improvement of sleep. People are saying they're sleeping like babies, and improved skin appearance. This is the results of a topography map, which is also showing thermal imaging. 77-year-old woman, at the very beginning, she's not wearing the patch. So you can see the red is all inflammation in her brain and a lack of brain coherence. In session 2, 3 weeks later, on the patch, she had no more inflammation. You can see those lovely blues and greens in yellow there. Very much improved brain coherence. And in session 3, 6 weeks on, you can see that she's had a complete turnaround there. So her brain remained calm after wearing the patch for 6 weeks. This is amazing for Alzheimer's, dementia, everyone, because there's nothing out there for it. X39 long-term results per case study. This shows that in the first few days, 4,000 genes begin to reset. So that's actually a third of our genes. That's huge. Within 6 weeks, your brain becomes balanced, as we saw in the last slide. Within 3 months, you have more collagen that's increased. And we're talking collagen of our vessels, of our skin. Collagen makes up all our organs as well, hair, everything. Within 6 months, heart reverses in age. And David Schmidt says it's not anti-aging, it's age reversing. Yippee! So where do we wear it? When we get a patch, we pop it on in the morning because it's going to give us a lot of energy and it can keep you awake. So the 2 places that they did all the studies on were at the back of the neck. You've got your little C7. It's that little bumpy area. You can pop it there or below your belly button, or we say patch where it hurts. It really doesn't matter if you don't want to use those acupuncture sites. You can patch. I've patched my shoulder before. You can patch on your knee, just where it hurts. But these are the 2 main places. I just pop it on the back of my neck and I just get on with my day. You wear it for 12 hours. And then at the end of the day, if you don't have a pet, you just throw it away. So you need to only wear it for 12 hours because there's a thing called, what's it called? I've got the word continuity in my head. But if we continue to wear it for too long, the body stops getting that message to make the copper peptide. So we need that 12 hours to repair and rejuvenate when we're not wearing the patch. When I said to throw it away if you didn't have a pet, what I mean is if you finished using your patch, so you've brushed your teeth in the morning, popped your patch on, worn it for 12 hours, brushing your teeth at night, you take your patch off. If you have a dog or a cat, you can pop it on the inside of their collar. I put mine on my dog's bed and they get the same stem cell activation. How good is that? So we're seeing amazing results with pets, getting more energy, cataracts receding from their eyes, heart health, kidney health, you name it. So doggies and cats and even birds can also wear that, and they get the same amazing stuff going on. And then we put on a new patch the next morning. So 1 patch a day. You get them in a pack of 30. Do I have a pack here? Our packs are called sleeves. I've got anyway, they're shaped like this. Got the X39, you get 30 patches in there. And so, yeah, 1 month's worth in a sleeve. You can wear more than one at a time if you wish, and that will give you 20% more efficacy. and you can actually stack them on top of each other and you still get the same results, which is amazing. And as I said, wearing it in the collar, if you're finding that it's irritating your skin, you can actually wear it on the inside of your clothes. You can wear it on the outside of your clothes, and that heat of your body still goes through and activates internally in your body, even with it on top of your clothes. So it can be worn either way, either side of the patch, if that makes sense. Drink plenty of water. We need to drink water because we're 70% made up of water. Our bodies are electric. We need that water. But when we're using this patch, we're going to have cellular regeneration, meaning those toxins are going to be coming out, and we need to be drinking water so we can flush our system. And here's a little picture of Doggy. This was only in 10 days. You can see that eye has cleared up completely. Amazing. And this little boy, he had the eye turned in, and I think that his grandmother just patched him while they were on holidays, and that took about a month. Amazing. Here's some hair. I can't see up the top what it says. You might be able to see, but you can see a lot of hair growth there just from wearing the X39 patch. This is Ron. These are actually, I think, 10 years apart. He's been patching for 5 years, but look at his skin. Look at it. Unbelievable. He looks like, you know, you wouldn't believe that was 10 years ago, the first picture. He looks so much younger. I don't know if it made his teeth whiter, but we could say it did. No, I think he's had his teeth done. Now, the way I found out about X39 was through a testimony. I saw Colin Carolina's testimony, and we like to have testimonies on our thing so that people can see how this patch is affecting people's lives. So quickly with me, as I said, really sore back, pelvic issues with me, going through menopause. God, what else? I had this eczema at the bottom of my feet, but yeah, more my lower back and things that were quite debilitating, and that's the main reason that I started patching. It took me about 3 weeks, but actually bursitis in my left knee and bursitis in my right knee. It took about 3 weeks, and all the pain in that shoulder and knee disappeared. Things have happened over time for me. Some people one patch wonders and they actually feel it straight away, which is awesome. But for others, it takes time. And I tell people to give it 6 months. Everyone says give it 3 months, just give it 3 months. But I say give it 6 months because I think the stem cells are really kicking in that 6-month time bracket. Yeah, they say for every decade of your life to have 1 month's worth. So if you're 60, 6 months worth. But yeah, I had really amazing changes, and even with my my mind, I was having times that I do get anxious, but I've just sort of sailed through since I've been wearing the patch. I have been on it for over 2 years now. So, and I've found things happening. All my hot flushes have gone. What else? Adam mentioned gingivitis that he had the other day, and I went, yeah, my teeth have not bled. Nothing has happened there. So yeah, my gums haven't bled at all since patching. Yeah, I need to do my list because I've got a few things that were going on, but it's been amazing for my skin. My hair doesn't stop growing. I actually have to have it thinned out, believe it or not. So yeah, just amazing. And I know it's doing things internally. If you start patching and you're patching because your shoulder's hurting and you're not feeling any difference, it's usually because those stem cells are working on your liver or your pancreas or your lungs or things like that. And you can't really feel those sorts of things. I tell people if you can, get a blood test before you start, because then you can see changes like in 3 months' time, 6 months' time. But I always say, Pete, just push through, and make sure you're getting that copper in your diet as well when you start. Now, young Shelley, would you like to give us your testimony, darling?
Sure. Excuse me, sure. What have I been patching for? Probably 3 months now, I think. And I was pretty agitated when I first talked to you. I feel like that's really, the patches have really helped me, supported me, yeah, post-menopause and going through quite a few changes. And yeah, I mean, I still get frustrated, but, I haven't felt out of touch. And then putting the X39 on my dog because he's got like a fatty tissue. I noticed it's where he scratches and he's just irritating himself and it's built up into a bit of a, it feels like a fatty, and it has reduced over a couple of weeks. Oh, it's probably, no, I've been putting it on him the whole time. Yeah, so that's been fun to watch. And what else? Yeah, I think ultimately it's not feeling so stressed. That's been the ultimate result for me. Can you hear me okay?
What about
Yeah.
your shoulder and things? I know you're working hard in the
Oh, the
garden.
shoulder, yeah. It's funny, when you're in pain you notice and when you're not, you don't. Um, yeah, so pretty quickly within the first week I noticed I was sleeping better. I'm like, oh, that's interesting. Oh, I don't have any pain in my shoulder. Oh, I can move my shoulder better. Wow. So I had been to the surgeon a couple of months earlier. I went before I first started patching. They said, oh, yes, you definitely need a shoulder replacement, but you're too young because you'll wear it out. And I'm like, yeah, yeah, thanks for that. I'm kind of glad that I didn't proceed with surgery because, I think with having more movement means I can move it and exercise and build it up. And maybe I don't have to have surgery after all. That would be fantastic. I did notice that I forgot. I went away for a couple of days and I forgot to take my patches, right? And yeah, I had a bit of shoulder pain pretty quickly within a couple of days. So as soon as I got home last night, patches go back on. But I haven't lost movement. I just felt a twinge there. So
Yeah.
yeah, certainly helping me out.
Mm. And you're not even 2 months yet.
Isn't it 2 months?
Not yet.
Oh, right. Okay. I put them on, I gave some to my daughter too. She's 18. And I noticed that she was not as sluggish out of bed. No, I didn't have to remind her. She was actually up before me, which is pretty unheard of.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's been good. It's just good little journey.
Yeah. It's great because it's completely non-invasive, you know. You don't really have to think about it.
Yeah.
Just sits there. Thank you, Shelley. That's awesome. Now, I was going to see if I can share this. Just let me know if you can hear it, guys. This is Jen's testimony.
We've got the gorgeous Jen. Jen, would
Can you
you be
hear it?
able to share what the technology is doing for you and how long you've been patching?
Yeah, thanks, Sally-Ann. Tessa asked me if I would share my story tonight. So it's a great pleasure that I actually do that. I fortunately came into LifeWave in January last year. Thank you to Wendy for caring enough and having enough courage to share these amazing products with me. I was very, very sick. I actually thought I was going to die. I have a big history of 5 autoimmune diseases, of fibromyalgia, chronic fatigue syndrome, chronic arthritis, chronic lung disease, chronic gut, stress, anxiety, depression. I'm an ex-registered nurse, midwife, cardiac, pediatric and disability trained. I walked away from my profession when they told me to go home and die at the age of 45. And then I had to find a way. So I looked at natural therapies, and I kept myself on the planet. In 2016, one of my children died suddenly. And 3 years later, my oldest boy was diagnosed with stage 4 neuroendocrine cancer just before COVID hit. And then beginning of COVID, 6 months after he was diagnosed, he was given 3 weeks. As you can imagine, my life has been full of a lot of trauma, and especially in the last 10 years. And so stress, anxiety, depression, PTSD has been absolutely massive. I lost my home. I lost my business. I lost my health. I came out of remission for all my autoimmunes. And by January last year, beginning of 24, I was massively ill. And I actually thought I was going to die. I sort of thought, oh my God, I've escaped so many times, maybe this is it. And Wendy shared this story with me. And what I've got to say is it's the greatest gift that I've ever been given, outside of my life and my children, was the fact that someone cared enough to share this with me. And within 6 days, my brain switched back on. My brain had shut down. I was decompartmentalizing everything. I was only in survival mode. I had severe uncontrolled pain. My lungs were absolutely out of control, and everything was very bad. Day 6, my brain switched back on. I actually, for the first time in quite a few years, I had absolutely no pain in my body, and I started to move forward. That was January 24. And, as we know, our bodies are extraordinary, and they will actually go into healing. And I've had a roller coaster in the last 14 months. And, my body does healing here and healing there and all these sort of things. But it does it so insidiously, and it's all underground. And my body has gone from strength to strength. And even to the fact that I forgot that I had chronic lung disease until in June last year, my daughter said to me, Mum, you haven't coughed in 5 days. What is wrong with you? And all this sort of stuff, stuff that happened that I would never have believed could have happened. And that hasn't happened over the last 67 and a half years. And what I want to say is that these products are so extraordinary. And we have such a great gift in our hands to be able to make a difference in people's lives, that 4 weeks ago, exactly 4 weeks ago, I woke up on a Thursday morning, and no joking, this without a word of a lie, I thought, oh my goodness, this is the best I think I have ever felt in the whole of my life. And you've got to get, I am 67 and a half, and I had never, ever felt as good as what I felt that morning. I am 4 weeks on from there, and that is still the same. I have no pain. I have no lung issues. I have no problems with my brain. I have my joy back. I have my passion back for life. I am excited about a future that honestly, I did not think that I could even possibly have. And what you've got to get is that this is the greatest gift that we have for people sitting right here in this amazing little packet that we could ever offer to anyone. And all of us who are sitting here, we've all got families, we've all got friends, we've all got people that we care about. And this is about sharing and caring with the way we're going to be able to impact millions of people on this planet. Because I went to Dallas as well, and I spoke with massive people over there, and I heard David talk. And I tell you what, this man has humanity in his hands, and he wants to be able to make a difference on this planet for all of us, not just one person, but for everyone. And guys, so I thank you. There's so much more I could say, but all you've got to know is that these products work. They work underground, and in the middle of this, God showed up for me. I prayed, and he showed up. And he brought in this incredible gift of the X39 that I've ever used. Thank you.
Amazing. That's Jen's.
I've never heard that one. Never heard that one before.
I know, it's like she's in the room, and
Yeah.
I start tearing up. Yeah, it's really good.
I think that was the perfect testimony for Chantel.
Oh, wonderful. Okay, we're just going to get into the second part of the session. There we go. Make sure I put it on the right thing this time. Okay, have you been patched? Oh, I thought I had it at the right thing. There's David. Excuse me while I pop through this. I had it ready to go. Okay, this is LifeWave. LifeWave is the company, and it's 20 years old or 21 years old this year. We have the patches in over 80 countries, and it's going gangbusters. If you can see, in 2021, 20 million was their revenue. Last year in 24, it was over 600 million, and that was just from the introduction of the X39 patch. Huge. That's a 3,000% increase. And this year they're pushing for $1 billion. I'm not too sure where they are with that, but I mean, it's nearly the end of the year, so we shall soon find out. But it's going gangbusters, everyone. And I think now is the time, not I think, I know, now is the time to really get in on this. And as you saw in that testimony, we're here to bless people. I think we're put on this earth to help people. And this little patch can do so much for so many. I don't know anyone that doesn't need it, to be honest. So LifeWave is ranked #1 in momentum over 2 years running now. They got the Bravo Award for #1 in momentum in their revenue. As you can see, it's gone from the, I don't know what they're saying there, 51 up to 555 there in that ranking. It's just going leaps and bounds. So we're in the perfect company and in the perfect team. We just won the Biotech Breakthrough Award as well, showing that this actually makes stem cells or gets our stem cells awake and dormant. No, sorry, from being dormant. So this is a Cellergize product that they've also made, which is a powder drink that you use with the patch. But the Cellergize has only just come out, and the patch has been out for 5 years, and we've seen so many amazing testimonials prior to the Cellergize coming out. But yeah, we got the Breakthrough Award for stem cell activation. And I also like to ask people what's important in your life. And for me, it's definitely family. I have 2 young boys. I want them to be able to have a good life, to be schooled. Cole and Carolina aren't on tonight. Their little Lucas is having his birthday. But they're traveling Australia with their kids, doing homeschooling and seeing Australia. Who could ask for more? I would love to do that with my kids, and it can happen. It depends on how much you want to put into this company. You might just want to use the patches, and that's absolutely fine. But I always say it's, I feel bad if I haven't shown other people, because people are struggling. People are struggling with their with money, with finances. People are struggling with their health. So what's important in your life? Health is huge. Health is your wealth. Less debt or no debt? Would you like to travel? Would you like to be able to work for yourself and not have someone telling you when you can have your holidays? Would you like to be able to work part-time and make money helping people, and having security? But financial freedom is a huge one for me. So yeah, these are things just to ask yourself what you would like in this life. And then we've got conventional business versus LifeWave business. 2 totally different things. A conventional business is going to give you high startup cost, high risk, long hours, trial and error, limited earning potential. And with a LifeWave business, if you were to choose to do that, it's a very low startup cost, no risk. You make your own schedule. It's a proven system that works, and there's unlimited earning potential. I have a friend who I've been trying to get onto the patches. She's not interested yet, but she's just started up a restaurant. Oh, is that rain? I hope it's not rain. I've got my clothes on the line still. Sorry, I digress. She started up a restaurant. Can you imagine all the costs to that? She's got to first get the building. She had to refurnish the whole thing. Needs all her food. She needs all her staff. She needs the list goes on. Whereas this, all you need is your patches. All you need is your phone, maybe a computer. Ring up people, tell them about it. Go out shopping, tell them about it. Go to the cafe, tell them about it. And yeah, it's amazing. It's amazing. Opportunity happens by creating solutions. So current problems to solve. No one knows stem cells become dormant. I didn't really know, as a nurse, I didn't really know that they became dormant till I started with this company. And so many people are struggling financially. And everything's just going up, up, up. You know, it's hard just to have your own home nowadays. The rentals are terrible. So this is just going to be able to give you some peace of mind with some US dollars coming in. Wouldn't it be nice to be earning like 500 US dollars, even 100 US dollars a week? 500, 1,000 US dollars a week, the sky's the limit. LifeWave offers the solutions. It's going to get their stem cells reactivating. It's going to help with all our health issues. By activating those stem cells, they're going to go to the different areas of our body and start age reversing. And it's going to, and you can get that income generating through the business. How the business works is we find 4 people that we love, 4 people that we would like to bless. Everybody knows 4 people that are struggling, be it financially, be it with health, or be it with both. And we put them on our left and the right side. So you have a binary system. When we start, you get your first 2, one on the left, one on the right. If they sign up on an advanced, and I'll go through the different packs that you can sign up on. If they sign up on an advanced and they have their subscription of 2, again, these are the sleeves. If they have 2 of them and they're on an advanced, that will make you a 1-star manager. Then when you get your 4, 2 on your left, 2 on your right, they're all up on an advanced and they've got their subscription of 2 lots of patches a month. That takes you to a 2-star. And you can see there's on the side there's a heap of different rankings that you can climb up to. So we have a quick 21-day goal if people want to get right into it and start making money pretty quickly. So first 48 hours, we try and sign up 2 other people, as I explained just before, one on your left, one on your right. And then in the first week, you get your other 2 people. Again, they need to have 2 sleep subscription and be on an advanced or above. As you can see, a 1-star manager, you'll get 25 US dollars per week for 9 weeks when you've got your 2. And then when you got your 4, you can get 50 US dollars per week for 9 weeks. That's pretty exciting. We didn't have that when I signed up. Yeah, so they've just brought this in the last 3 weeks, or I think it's going pretty quickly now. It's only just come in. There's actually 9 ways of earning money. And this is just showing you a matching bonus where the company will match what people are earning under you. So generation 1 being, let's say that's myself, and then Shelley's under me, generation 2, and then whoever Shelley has under her would be generation 3. So it goes down 6 generations. If someone, let's say on generation 5, has stopped building, doesn't want to do any of it, it actually skips that person and will go down. So it doesn't actually stop you from making money further down if someone's not deciding to build. It sounds a bit complicated at the moment, but it definitely works. There's a little picture of the patch there. I'll just go on to the next. Okay, so these are just the startup packs. So they're one-time packs that you can purchase when you first start. At the beginning, if you're low on funds, we just say jump on a core pack, which is 3 sleeves, which is 3 months of X39. That's $295 US, which is approximately 500 odd Australian dollars, and that will give you 3 months of patching. If you have a partner or you're able to spend a bit more, then you can go the advanced, and the advanced is what I was just talking about. If you have 4 people under you on advanced with the subscription, then you can get to those to the 1-star and 2-star managers. And yeah, so that's what I meant by the advanced. 6 sleeves is great if you're a couple. You've got 3 months each, and that's around what is it? It's around 900 odd dollars, Australian dollars. I'm just saying approximately because the dollar's always changing, and you've got tax and shipping as well to think about. Advanced Plus is around 1,500 Aussie, and you're looking at 11 months worth. Then you've got your premium, which is amazing if you really want to get into the business side of things. It's a very low startup cost of just under $3,000, and you get your 20 months worth. Now, we did talk about there's other patches in the system that you can actually mix and match other patches. You don't have to get all X39, just to let you know. And then down the bottom, it just says a 1 sleeve subscription. So just 1 sleeve is 30 days. You can only get up to $99 US per month for that. If you're only on 1 sleeve subscription. If you're on the 2 sleeve, and that can be an X39 and a different patch as well, then you can actually max out the comp plan. So we tell people to try and get the 2 sleeves when you want to start building. I hope that made sense. If you want more information on the actual patch, we've got This Is It info, the second one here. That is going to give you all the information, all the studies, double-blind placebo studies. They've got doctors talking about it on a doctor's panel. All your patents, all your testimonials are on the info. And if you want to look at the business side of it, it's thisisitteam.com. And that's going to show you the system, how it's duplicatable, and it's got everything that you need in there to start you off. Obviously, you need to go back to whoever brought you on today, and they can give you more information. Whoops, the end of my slideshow. And this says, are you serious about your dream? This is hope for your future. The time is now. I'm losing my voice. So yeah, it's definitely the time is now. This is how we basically talk to people about the patch. We ask them what's going on for them and say, you know, I've got something that can actually help activate your stem cells. Would you like to jump on a Zoom call? And we just use the Zoom calls that are already being done throughout the week. So I do mine Thursday nights. There's others with the group. And we just get them onto, so let us work for you. And you just say, if you got time to jump on a Zoom, do you want to jump on a Zoom? And we have these Zooms, we have the lovely testimonies, and that's how we do it. And yeah, world's your oyster, really. So I'm just going to stop recording, and then if we've got any questions, go for it.